Hey y'all, welcome to the channel. So today we will be talking about 5 fragrances, and I did this on purpose. 5 fragrances that are not new to my collection. So they are not new hair, they are true hair. 5 fragrances that I get the most compliments from the fellas. So if you're interested in my thoughts, please keep watching. Before we get started with the video, I'd like to introduce myself. My name is Roxanne, and this is Roxanne's Retreat. If this is your first time joining me, thank you and welcome. And if you've been here before and you've decided to come back, big up your whole self. Truly appreciate your continued support of my channel. As always, before we get into the fragrances, let us talk about my scent of the day. Actually, this fragrance could have been on this list because it is so highly complimented by men. It's unreal. However, I think it's discontinued, so I didn't want to do that. And we speak of this one right here that I love so dearly. This is La Nuit Trésor à la Folie. This is warm, seductive berries and vanilla on my skin. Truly, that's what it is. It is from the House of Lancôme, if I didn't say that before. This fragrance has been around for a long time, but baby, it does not get old. It does not get old, and if this is truly discontinued, I'm just gonna cry. But I haven't seen it anywhere, not even on the gray market. They have the intense one, which I haven't tried because it wasn't available in the US for a very long time. Anyways, long story short, my scent of the day today is this one in this gorgeous bottle, and this is La Nuit Trésor à la Folie from the House of Lancôme. Just gorgeous. If you haven't smelled this, y'all, you're missing out. Okay, y'all, so the first fragrance on the list is this one right here. And this is Sweet Diamond Pink Pepper number 25 from the House of Kayali. Y'all, to me, this is one of their most, well, I haven't smelled everything. They keep dropping and dropping, but this is so sexy to me. So this fragrance came to us in the year 2021. And it retails, the 100 ml retails for $138. You can find it on the Sephora website. You could also find it on Kayali.com. Now, in terms of notes, we have pink pepper, saffron, bergamot, royal lily, then Bulgarian rose, May rose, vanille orchid, magnolia, and in the base we have amber, sandalwood, patchouli, and musk. Y'all, this is a sexy, very seductive, I get a little bit of smokiness too, rose. With all the rose, with all the rose that's mentioned here, if I didn't already say it, this is a rose forward fragrance. This fragrance is just, based on the compliments, it just seems to be intoxicating. The fellas are intoxicated by this smell. It has to be the sillage, the everything, because every time I wear this fragrance, and I don't wear it that often. I have the 50 ml and I've had it for a minute. I don't wear it that often, and I spray lightly, and still this brings the boys to the yard every single time. No fail. So yeah. If you haven't gotten your nose on this, get your nose on it. Performance is great. Gives me about 7 hours at this point in the journey. Before it was probably about 4 or 5, but it's been sitting. It's about 7 hours on the skin, moderate wear, compliments for days, and mostly from the fellas. So this is Sweet Diamond Pink Pepper number 25 from the House of Kayali. Okay, so next up we have this one right here, and this is from the House of Prada. And this is Prada Paradoxe Intense. This fragrance came to us in the year 2023. The 100 ml retails for $185. The notes, we have pear, neroli, bergamot. In the mid, we have jasmine, moss, neroli essence. In the base, we have bourbon vanilla, vanilla, amber, and ambrox fix. Listen, I'm a Prada Paradoxe stan, but I only, I like the OG, and I love the Intense. That is as far as it has gone for me with this line. The newer one, the Radical Essence, it's cool or whatever. You know, I'm not getting enough of that pistachio to make it as interesting for me. Virtual Flower, I just felt was just a little bit too light. This one, I love it. Me, love it. And apparently, almost every person of the male species that comes in contact with me when I'm wearing it loves it also. This is sweet orange blossom neroli on a lovely bed of vanilla and oak moss. So you get the sweetness, but it's not like diabetes, you know, depending. It might be type 2, but definitely not type 1, okay? depending on the nose, but it's sweet, and because of that sweetness balanced with the oak moss, it just comes off on me as something just seductive. It's a fragrance that I can wear every day. I wear this to work all the time. I don't only get compliments from fellas when I wear this, but mostly fellas, but I get compliments in general. This thing performs better than moderately on me. Sillage everything out there, boom, spanking loud, okay? So if you don't want to be noticed, don't wear this. But if you do, and you like sweet neroli-esque fragrances with a little bit of earthiness, try this one. Prada Paradoxe, and say that 5 times real quick. Prada Paradoxe Intense from the house of Prada. Okay, so next up we have this fragrance that I think is quite innocent, and it is from the house of Tiziana Terenzi, and this is Cassiopea. So there is Cassiopea in all her glory. I love this bottle. I love these bottles from the house. Yep, just so gorgeous, very weighted. Anyways, Cassiopea came to us in the year 2015. Retails for $350. Don't pay that. The notes, it opens with passion fruit, cassis, lemon, and fern. In the mid, we have tea, rose. So it's tea rose, lily of the valley, carnation. And in the base, we have tonga bean, musk, and some sandalwood. Now, it might have been a year or maybe a year and a half ago, I made a short talking about this is the only fragrance that my mom really loves on me, and to this day this remains the same. To me, this is like a very light, airy, kind of smells like a grape soda or a grape, something grapey. I don't know where the grape is coming from, but hey, I'm good. I'm good with the grapey kind of Jolly Rancher, grape, Kool-Aid, whatever kind of vibe it's giving, as long as it's not giving that pissy smell that sometimes cassis could give off. This fragrance to me is very musky. The passion fruit is there. It's sweet, and that's very intoxicating on me. For some reason, passion fruit just does it. And yeah. And the fellas love it. This is a love. This is a compliment getter. And it's very interesting because this fragrance to me is a fragrance that's a lighter wear, closer to my skin, not projecting, not screaming, but yet, and however, the fellas like it on moi. So if you haven't gotten your nose on Cassiopea, pick it up on a discount. But that's after you went into Neiman or somewhere and smell it. Don't pay full price because you don't have to. So this is Cassiopea from the house of Tiziana Terenzi. Next up is a fragrance. I feel like I just talked about it, but who gonna check me, boo? Who? Because this is a fragrance that I don't know, man. On me. From the house of Bois number 9, New York. And this is Madison Avenue, y'all. Madison Avenue, who's been around since 2016. Retails for the ridiculous $4.50 that Bois number 9 likes to charge. But, you know, you can get it on a discount. The notes, we have blackberry, apple, bergamot in the opening. In the mid, we have rose, magnolia, jasmine. In the base, we have patchouli, praline, and ambroxan. Yeah. What's wrong with me, y'all? Can't get the words out. Anyways, this fragrance, I've had it for a long time, and it's nearing its end. I also have the body cream. This to me is just so feminine. To me, it smells like the color of the bottle, but still that patchouli in the base gives it a little bit more interest than just, hey, I'm girly, I'm flirty. It gives it just a little bit more oomph. And that makes this fragrance do things on me. Things that the fellas recognize. Madison Avenue. You know, I never really put this fragrance in like a sexy category at all. To me, it's like a really everyday, you know, it's a workhorse. To me, it's a blue collar fragrance in my collection, like literally. But man, it gets white collar, it gets white collar level compliments. But not only from fellas, mostly from fellas, but women, they have chased me down. I told this story many times. I was at Home Goods, and then there was a time I was at Publix. Like, you just leave this intoxicating trail. And I don't know, Bond, never get rid of this. And I'm gonna need me a bottle real soon. Hopefully Joma Shop or somebody got a sale, because sis, I can't afford full price, but I need a new one, okay? I just don't got it like that right now, okay? So Madison Avenue from the house of Bois number 9, New York is a banger that gets compliments from the fellas. Okay, last but certainly not least, we have this one right here from the house of Fragrance du Bois, and this is Uden Intense. Y'all, look at the color of my juice. Look at the color of my juice. So Uden Intense, this came to us in the year 2013, so she been around. The 50 ml retails for a whopping $4.50, but since it's been around, you know, you might be able to get a discount. I'm gonna link the least expensive as always, the least expensive that I trust. Now the notes, we have tiara flower, fruity notes, pineapple, ylang ylang. In the mid we have jasmine, white flowers, orange blossom. In the base we have vanilla, musk, and there is some oud. Y'all, this to me is a very thick, very alluring yellow floral fragrance with a touch of white florals and some oud to ground it. Because on my skin, I just get like super sweet. It smells very tropical. However, I can only pull this off in the tropics or Florida at night. And it has to be like, I can't even say December, because December is not, it's not always cold around here. But it has to be like 50s, 60s, maybe low 70s for me to get through this. And I have to spray lightly because this thing to me is thick, and it just got thicker. It got thicker as it sat. This is such a very upscale, very well done yellow floral fragrance that, I mean, I guess even an untrained nose recognizes this and gives your girl compliments. It lasts a long time on the skin. Guys, you have to commit to this because, like I said, it is thick. It's dense. It got some, according to Veronica, some body yaddy yaddy, okay? So if that sounds lovely to you, check it out. But don't you dare pay full price, all right? So this is the JUANE Intense from the house of Fragrance du Bois. Okay, y'all, so that brings us to the end of the video. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying if you wear these fragrances, somebody's gonna buy you a whole Maserati. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that I always, never, ever have I worn any of these fragrances without the fellas complimenting me. And I picked these out. I mean, I could have chosen Possibilities, which y'all know, for me, that one is go time. All right. Possibilities. I could have also chosen any one of the Donna, you guys know what I'm trying to say. Valentino Donna Born in Roma's always gets the compliments from the fellas. Linter D, Sexy White Floral, but I talked about that earlier this year. These 5, though, if you don't have them in your collection and they just seem like they're right up your alley, trust me, they're not newer fragrances, so they won't break the bank if you shop well. There are discounts out there. And anyways, y'all, like I always say, we can be anything we want to be in this world with hard work, dedication, and perseverance. Even if we're not there, and even if we are, we want to smell like good people. We want to smell fabulous at all times. I will see y'all in the next one. Bye-bye.